A new gun is coming out that can be folded into a box in order to look like a smartphone. It's called Ideal Conceal, developed by a Minnesota-based startup, and it fits in the palm of your hand. So if cops weren't nervous enough every time you reach into your pockets, this certainly won't help. According to the Ideal Conceal website, it's, quote, ingeniously designed to resemble a smartphone. Yet with one click of the safety, it opens and is ready to fire. Smartphones are everywhere, so your new pistol will easily blend in with today's environment. Just what everybody needs. In its locked position, it will be virtually undetectable because it hides in plain sight. It's gonna cost just under $400. The cost is $395. It's available in the next few months. Kirk Kilberg, he's the developer behind the gun itself. He got this idea this one time when he was eating at a restaurant, and quote, this little kid says, "Mommy, mommy, that man's got a gun." So the whole restaurant looks at you like you're about to shoot the place up. So I thought to myself, there's got to be another way to be able to carry without bothering other people. Aha, so that's the problem. Okay, Margaret, don't you hate it when you walk into Chuck E. Cheese and you got your pistol on your side and everyone's looking at you like you're gonna shoot the place up? I mean, does that make any sense to you that he's saying all of a sudden he cares about bothering other people, but he's gonna walk in with a huge pistol on his hip? It could theoretically shoot anybody in the restaurant. Obviously, that's going to make people uncomfortable. So, is the problem here really that the gun looks like a gun, or is the issue the gun itself? What do you say?
Well, without getting massacred and in horrible remarks, I would say that it's kind of cool. I mean, it's neat that somebody would want. It takes concealed carry to a new level.
Why is that cool?
In the wrong hands, though, this would be awful. I don't know, it's just a Derringer. It's a 21st century Derringer, which is neat.
Right.
Nothing you would want anybody to be carrying around you, but it's still,
it's cool.
a neat,
In
it's
theory.
a neat, in theory it's neat.
Okay,
Do we know if it calls?
In theory, it is cool.
Does it make phone calls too, or does it just shoot?
It even has a little faux camera on it too. Like, it really looks like a smartphone. Like, it folds up. Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
see? That's a little faux camera right there. I mean, it looks like a little bulkier version of, let's say, the big iPhone or something.
Can you see somebody like, okay, so having both of these in your purse, I'm one of those people, I carry a big old purse with me and everything's in it, and you have two phones and reaching for one and blowing your own head off with it instead of...
Exactly, that's a valid concern.
That would be a little bit of a problem.
But what if, if police aren't already making excuses left and right all the time, for shooting an unarmed person, they'll say, "Oh, we thought he was reaching for the gun. Oh, he was reaching for my gun." And then you watch the video. That's clearly not the case. You should never be reaching for
anything if a police officer is approaching you.
Okay, but that's beyond the point. That's not the point that I'm trying to make here. This is just another excuse for police officers to make. Say, "Oh, I thought it was that gun that folds up and looks just like a smartphone." Oh. I have a case that looks just like that on my phone.
I do too. I mean, mine's white, but yeah, I mean, somebody's gonna. Whomever buys this. We're gonna be reporting on this when it comes out that somebody has blown their own head off, or I mean.
But it's cool in theory, is what you're saying. It's cool in theory
because of the Derringer aspect. We've covered on the lip the ring gun that sold recently at auction. I believe it was over 120 years old, had little bullets in it. I mean, it's weird that people keep coming up with ways to conceal deadly weapons. That's what I'm talking about when I say it.
That's legal in this country, right? And it's scary, right? And I just, look, I'm not saying that, we should take all the guns away. I've never said that in my life. But what I'm getting at is, what the hell is the point of these gadgets? When this guy's talking about, well, I don't want to offend people, I don't want to scare children. Well, then don't walk around with a fucking gun on your hip when you're going into a restaurant, right?
That is unnerving. When you see somebody in a restaurant with a gun on their hip, it's very unnerving.
But all of a sudden now he's worried about bothering people, so.
Right.
But I mean, from a standpoint, from a technological standpoint, I think it is very, very interesting, and it's cool because it's very 007-esque, right?
It is. We're going to see this in the next Bond film. We will.
Yeah, definitely. But apparently, Kirk Kilberg and the good old guys at Ideal Conceal, they got a cell phone gun.